All right, guys. Good evening, and what is going on? Welcome back to State of Decay 2 Heartland. So today we're gonna be wrapping this up. We're gonna be pushing and hitting the gauntlet today, which is kind of the end part of Heartland. It's a pretty interesting ordeal how it's set up. It's very very unique. There's nothing else like it in State of Decay 2. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I remember when a lot of people played this for the first time. I know I was one of the people like, man, I wish they would find a way to incorporate the plague wall system like into the regular game. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of fun though. It's a lot of fun. You guys will see. It's a good challenge, you know, especially if you're newer to the game. The Gauntlet's not easy by any means. I probably I don't know how bad I'll be, but how's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great day. So yeah, I gotta, who should we send down first? So I got an outpost. I got an outpost set up down here right outside the Gauntlet. The only thing is I think, yeah, we're gonna have to get some resources. We're gonna get some resources real quick, kind of get prepped up. Yeah, I could definitely see, you know, them adding the plague wall system into the existing State of Decay 2 being problematic, for sure. But let me see here. We're gonna repair this. Head down there and probably do part of it with Chavez. But right now, what we're gonna do is fuel. Okay, let me see what we have here for resources. Fred, how you doing, brother? Fam is doing good. Yeah, it was decent weather today. It was a little chilly. I mowed the lawn. So here we go. Demo lab. So I'm gonna do up.
I'm not sure I've lived anywhere as big as this place.
2 batches of 556. Whoops. And then we'll do up. Brandon, how you doing? Talking to Charlie about the way. Is he excited? Is he excited, Paul, or is he nervous? All right, so we'll do up a few things of grenades. And then we'll do up.
That should fuck up a plague wall.
Damn, yo, we actually. So I'm surprised on how many we were actually able to get. About to use S32, it wouldn't fully install. That's wild. All right. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Just started Heartland. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'm trying to. So I actually have 24 plague busters. That's quite a few. We don't have to fully lock like in our inventory right now. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna mess with the first wall. I don't even know if Willie Pete would be good. Grab this. Grab this. Grab some cure. And I'm going to swap out these heals with these heals. Swap out this with that. And in my opinion, I think the second wall is one of the harder ones. Yeah, I think the second walls, in my opinion, I find it to be one of the harder walls to deal with. But now I'm kind of thinking we'll drop this for 45. Because our gun is going to get broken. I already know. So we'll grab these. I'll roll with that.
We have empty space in here that's just going to waste.
Bro, relax. Never been able to complete Heartland. It takes a little bit of... I think the thing that people do is they try to do too much at once when it comes to the plague walls. And
Where am I gonna put that?
instead of just pulling out, you know, resetting and then going back in, people just commit until they die. That's pretty common behavior that I've noticed across the board with State of Decay. And people like who play it is, yeah, they generally, we'll just go full auto, I guess. They generally just overcommit every single time and then die. Like that's just what people do most of the time. Yeah, the second wall sucks. It super sucks. Yeah, you gotta know when to bail, guys. It is what it is. Oh, let me get you out. Did I get into the alpha? Yeah, I've been playtesting State of Decay 3 for over a year now. I was playing it before this stream started. I'm actually in the middle of a playtest session over the past well, it's been a little bit now, guys. It's been one of the longer ones. It's been awesome. I could have went around the back there, but it's fine. We'll go right here. So we're gonna park over at our outpost here. Yeah, like that's one of my advice. Like if you're having a hard time with the Gauntlet, make sure first things first, you set up an outpost. This is the best spot. It's literally right outside of it's literally right outside the Gauntlet. So like you can hit it, come back, restock, swap characters, do everything you need to do, no problem. All right. I guess we could just engage with this right here.
I gotta stay out of that cloud.
Full auto is very inaccurate. Way too much lift on the muzzle there. Whoa, that motherfucker see me through the... So they all see me through sunblock, which is interesting.
Crush them while they're down. Take it down! Okay, first plague wall coming up.
You'll be fine. Remember to use your plague busters.
Back up now! Damn it.
Sunblock did not do shit. Whoa, good grab, dude. Good grab.
I'm getting low on that.
So Sunblock is not working.
It's almost down.
Should have grabbed a little bit of fire too. So all these attacks I'm taking here right now, guys, just so you know, so I'd say pretty much Sunblock's broken in this game mode. No point in even using it. That grab was kind of crazy.
Gotta crack it open with another plague buster. Kill that fucking thing.
Damn, they're grabbing me through smoke and everything. So what we'll do is we'll reset here.
Move faster next time.
We didn't even get it done.
I should reload.
What a shit show, dude. Yeah, so scent block completely pointless. I'm gonna grab this here, grab these grenades. Smoke grenade kinda worked. Yeah, I think the smoke grenade like kinda worked, but other than that, everything else was pretty shit. Yeah, well, that's how it used to be back in the day, Paul. Yeah, I never understood. I never understood the plague timer when the game first came out. I don't know. I just felt like it was very excessive. Like they just gave you so much time. And I think that's one of the reasons why until like Nightmare Zone, Lethal Zone, like Blood Plague just really was not a thing. It wasn't a thing I worried about, and I don't know about you guys, maybe early days. But yeah, it was just not something I worried about. I don't think a lot of people really gave a shit about the Blood Plague, because if you got it, you would just put somebody in the bed and that would stop it, and then you would just cure them. It's not like cures were hard to come by. You know what I mean? Yo, Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Not used to all the plague zombies though, but we're doing good. I want to thank you again for the guides, man. Got me well into the game. I'm glad I could be there for you, dude. I'm glad I could be there for you, dude. But yeah, we got tore up. We got tore up there pretty good. We only got one more phase of the wall. Yeah, we only got one more phase, so that's not too bad. No, we'll do it. We'll knock it out right now. We're probably, I'll go 3-round burst, yeah. Oh, Willie Pete fucking shredded that. That was real good damage.
It's down. The first wall is down.
That's good. But we still have a lot more work ahead of us. I
Holly,
recommend
thank you
resupplying
so
your
much.
base.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Sending loves you from the family and Rob, Holly. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I hope your day's going good. All right, so we got the first wall down. We already resupplied. We are going to need some more plague busters, so I can tell you right now there's no... can we get more... the Willie Pete, I think, was a quest reward. Yeah, I don't think those are craftable in the base, even with this. Nah, the most we could do is... explosives. But that Willie Pete did some pretty solid damage. I was really, really happy with that, actually. I got 2 more. So what we'll do is we'll try to swap over to this. Now, this wall that we're about to go to right now, in my opinion, is the hardest, one of the hardest ones, because it's very, very cramped where you have to fight. Okay. But again, Holly, thank you so damn much. I hope the fam is doing good. Let's see here.
Got a screamer over here.
Yeah, you can play a modded version of Heartland. It's some people call it just Lethal Heartland, where it's Heartland with all the parameters of Lethal Zone built into it. It's pretty rough. But this one I'm playing is just vanilla. It's just the base game. Yeah, so here's the second wall right there. Now, I believe this one also spawns juggernauts, if I'm not mistaken. That's also what makes it pretty tough. Look at this shit.
Gotta stay out of that cloud.
No, I think... No, I don't think you've ever been able to do it. I think... No, I do think back in the day, you used to be able to climb up on top of one of these and just stand on top. Then I think they fixed it. But I don't... Yeah, I feel like you used to be able to climb on top of this. Alright, here we go. Ooh, we're gonna go with smoke.
Fire in the hole! gun. Am I even hurting this thing? We're fucking this thing up.
Oh, another smoker, bro. Rifle's breaking already.
Gotta catch my breath.
Realistically, we could take the suppressor off the gun and just run it straight up with a muzzle brake because we don't really have to worry about noise in this situation.
Got no room for that.
Whoop, did not mean to do that.
Can't carry that.
Yo, Alex, thank you so much for the gifted, dude.
Last mag. Loaded them ready.
The pursuit mines would be pretty nice too. The only issue I have with pursuit mines in that tight area is when they blow up, they will still hit you. And the last thing I want to do is be thrown off balance and thrown all over the place and injured by a freaking mine. This Juggernaut's not having a good time though. All right. So we got the muzzle brake. Grab this. Top off those. This and
That's too much, man.
yeah, we could try out the pursuit mines on the backside. We'll see how it feels. Because they're on the other side of the wall, we might be okay. Right here. So we could do one here.
Not much left of that.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Kill that fucking thing! Find a better way to kill this thing.
Juggernaut came from the back corner.
Push him, we got it! Gotta move faster next time.
Okay, so we got that one down. I didn't have to use the Willie Pete. But this is what I meant by, guys, you can in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay there and overcommit. The mines did all right for like half a second.
I really do fit in here.
Oh, thanks.
So let's go ahead. La la. 17. Get rid of the Viper. Keep the 8. Oh, no, we got the R12 here. I wonder if we could dump. You know, let's try the R12. The only problem with the R12 is that the ammo capacity is a bit on the low side. Definitely a bit on the low side. And we don't have a choke. So the spread's going to be a little wide. Yeah, it's going to be a little on the... Silas, hey, thank you so much for the membership, bro. Welcome to the fam. We do got this one here, too. This is an 8-round... this is like a sidearm, too. So, realistically, what we can do is we'll repair this and we'll run like a double shotgun setup. So, we got a shotgun primary and a shotgun secondary. They have a what shotgun is that, guys? I think there's a Kodiak shotgun in the game that has like a 30-round mag or something like that. Maybe not 30, but it's got a lot. Can anybody clarify which? Because I don't remember exactly how, but I know it had a lot. The Kodiak XL. Was it 30 rounds, Sinister? It might not have been 30. I might be over-exaggerating with 30, but I know I had quite a few freaking in it for sure. It was 30? Okay, yeah. Oh, shit. We got me, because I used the Kodiak in Daybreak, but I don't remember which one it was. I don't think it's the XL30. Turtle up.
Move faster next time.
Shit broke like instantly.
Yeah! Fuck you, Plague Wall!
That's good work. Trumbull Valley just took another big step towards freedom from the blood plague. You've earned a rest if you need one. Head back to base and resupply.
Oh, I ain't getting sick. No way.
Yeah, that thing broke like super fast. And it didn't even have a fast firing rate either. I expected a fire rate to be like do 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 do. You know what I mean? That shit was not it. Yeah, that shit was not it. But we're gonna let Chavez rest up. All right, let's see here. So we're gonna grab this.
Yo, heads up. Found a couple of things while I was out.
Oh, we're good. Let's see how this works too. This might be a good strat. Oh, the SOD 1 2. Now finally call live. Well, welcome. Usually loot the whole map. The only problem with Heartland for me is the difficulty is like quite low than what I'm used to. So I have like no, like if you were to loot this whole map, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine how many resources you would have. It'd be ridiculous. Because I've barely like touched anything, as you can see, and we've been swimming in resources, and I've barely touched the map. That was actually one of the main issues that State of Decay 2 had when it first released. Was it was just so much resources. Yo, look at Marshall, dude. This shit looks crazy. This is downtown Marshall, man. It's come a long way since State of Decay 1, right? I think you do run into ferals in here. We'll swap over to single fire. I think this is the wall that introduces ferals.
Plague walls aren't so bad if you have the right tools.
Radio worked out real good.
We're down to the last For the head. This can take all day. Get back now! You have to move faster next time.
I didn't reload.
That's my last mag. There'll be a problem later. Back up! You barely heard it.
Got
All
it.
right, Doc. Another wall is down. We're making great progress here.
There's just one more wall between you and whatever's in the center of this infection. There's no shame in taking a rest. That last wall wasn't going to.
I need a breather. Aim for the head.
God damn. Holy crap, guys. Yo, Alex, thank you for another gifted. I really do appreciate it. And Holly showing more love with another super chat says, Rob keeps asking me to play this game on my channel, but I'm terrible at it. What's the easiest map? I would say the easiest map to start on is probably Providence Ridge or... I mean, all the beginner starter maps are pretty easy. Meeker Valley, Cascade Hills are probably... just avoid Trumbull Valley. That'd probably be the hardest one. But I always tell people whatever map you know best. But yeah, if you're new to the game, you don't know any of the maps, then that kind of stinks, obviously. But man, that was a good push right there. Well, Holly, the good thing about this game is like, yeah, there's shooting in it. But I wouldn't say it is a shooting game. I've beat the whole entire game without using a single gun. I did a lethal zone. So on the hardest difficulty, I played the game and I beat the whole entire thing. Legacy and all, only using a melee weapon. Never shot a gun a single time in the whole playthrough. So yeah, there's shooting is not 100% necessary. Obviously it helps out, you know, but, if you use crowd control items like Molotovs, things like that, you play stealthy, kind of quiet, sneak around, and you're patient, you generally, you'll be in good shape. Yeah, you should be in good shape. Running. Yeah, running is always a great option. Yep. Don't sleep on running. All right, so we're in good shape here, guys. Yeah. I thought for sure this was going to take a lot longer than it is currently, guys. At this rate, it's going to be a short stream, but it's all good. We could do something else after this. Maybe we'll mess around on some Daybreak. We'll try to see how shitty I am at Daybreak. Yeah, that should be good. So then we'll grab this. But the one thing about this game, Holly, is there's a lot of difficulty options. Like easy mode all the way up to crazy, crazy hard mode. So if you start off the game on like the normal difficulty, which is standard, and you're like, man, this is still kind of challenging, just lower it. They have a zone called Green Zone, which is quite forgiving. It's a quite forgiving difficulty, but it's really good for new players to learn in. So yeah, if you're having a rough time at it, you always lower the difficulty. There's no shame in that. All right, so yeah, we'll give this a whirl. Oh.
This is gonna slow me down a bit.
Need this for ferals. Mm-hmm. The distraction items work really, really good. So one of the things that a lot of people don't know, in the lower difficulties, I believe Dread in lower, the zombies actually will prioritize distraction items over the player. So in Lethal Zone, if I had a group of zombies here and I threw firecrackers, they're going to still come at me even with the firecrackers going off because they tuned it so the zombies will always focus player one no matter what. But again, with the changes that they made
Hey, I think we'll need to stock up on building materials real soon.
with the early difficulties is, yeah, like you could throw firecrackers down and they would always go after the firecrackers no matter what. I didn't know if that, once you killed, if it like opened up a secondary way in. Oh, we did get that though. Lethal Zone really isn't. It is a very unfair difficulty, but that's the point. You know, the whole point of Lethal Zone is for the top 1% of people who find the rest of the difficulties just too easy. It is not supposed to be fair. It is supposed to be absolutely brutal. So that's why it is. You know what I mean? If it was, you want to make sure you're, if anything, I think in State of Decay 3, Lethal Zone should be even harder. You know, I think it should be very hard. Because the problem is once somebody's completely mastered the game, say you're on Xbox and you've completely mastered it, if you're not on PC, you can't mod the game. So lethal zone is it. Like, that's the top difficulty. Now, do I think baseline lethal is pretty challenging for most people? Yeah, for sure. But then there's always those people that find that just get used to lethal and they're like, all right, yeah, you know, I want to play something harder than this. Probably actually get around this dude. But yeah, lethal zone does kind of ruin you for the most part, because like once you played on lethal and you go back to the lower difficulties, it's just like, dude, there's so much loot, so much. That's my main issue. Like Nightmare Zone actually is pretty good. I did play Nightmare not that long ago. We like dabbled in it, and it was surprisingly decently balanced. But I still felt like there was too much loot. So if I do a custom game and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to play on lethal, let's like kind of tune it down, I'll still play with a lethal map, which means like you don't have a whole lot of loot. But then everything else is a little easier. Who's the... Okay. How are we gonna do this?
Looks like a plague wall. Hey, Doc. What's behind this last wall?
I'm not sure, but I haven't detected any movement back there. Don't hold anything back. Take this last wall down, and your work is done.
There we go.
Fire in the hole! Ready to fall back.
I don't know where that grenade went.
Here we go. Get back now! Too slow, too slow. Fire at will!
Oh, fuck.
We heard it that time.
Oh, that was a fucking plague buster, not a...
Next time. Too slow.
More plague busters. Yeah, my thing is if I play the game without curveballs, like on Lethal Zone, it's I feel like it's a little too easy. If you ever notice, like in my most recent playthroughs, the curveballs are like the main thing I struggle with. All right. Damn, wrong ammo type. Didn't mean to do 357. You occasionally see the people like if it ain't lethal, you ain't really playing. Nah, yeah, Sinister. That's just like that's a bunch of elitists, bro. Like, fuck those dudes, man. Like I play nothing but lethal, but I would never look at somebody and say, oh, if you're not playing lethal, like you're not even really like lethal is not the ideal State of Decay experience. Like realistically, I would never want somebody's time with the game, like especially first experience with the game, to be that. Again, like I think Nightmare Zone is probably the better balanced difficulty for sure, but Lethal Zone.
We got too many.
There are certain aspects of Lethal Zone.
Do something about it.
There are certain aspects of Lethal Zone that I think are like pretty integral to like what I would consider the prime ideal State of Decay playthrough. And if you guys watched my new player guide, I actually had people playing on a lethal map. Standard zone, like low difficulty stuff, and then put the map difficulty on lethal, because I feel like on the lower difficulties, one of the things you're going to run into all the time is just way too much loot. And it kind of kills the rest of the game for you, because you don't, when you go out and you loot everything, right? You don't even touch a % of what the game has to offer with the facilities. Like for instance, like the kitchen, like you're never going to use rationing. You're never going to even learn what rationing is. You're never going to learn, like you're never really going to craft any of this stuff because you're just going to find it all. Like you're never really going to utilize the facilities and outpost systems and all these other great systems that are in the game. When you're playing on like standard zone, let's just say, you're never going to use any of that stuff, because you're going to go out, you're going to loot your first city, and you're going to have enough loot to beat the game. And that's just how it is. So playing with more scarce loot, either, you know, Nightmare Zone or Lethal Zone map, I feel like is ideal, because it will force you to kind of have to figure out, oh yeah, how else do I get food in this game? Because most people who played this game, their mindset is, how do you get food in State of Decay? Oh, go out, loot a grocery store, or go loot a building and get a food rock and bring it back to base. That's what people think. Number one, that's their go-to way to gather a resource. Instead of where my mindset, how do I get food? Well, generally I set up an outpost, or I build a farm, or I build multiple outposts, or, you know, build a garden, look into hydroponics, like that. Like that's where my mind would go. Where another person who might have played on a lower, oh yeah, just go out and loot it. Yeah, go hit the there's a grocery store right there. There's a gas station right there. There's a swine and bovine right there. Like that's how you get. But for me, like I said, I like to think about the crafting aspect of the game, and that's why I'm so glad with State of Decay 3 that, you know, they're kind of getting away from going out and just looting everything and more like crafting things. As Philip said in the interview, like, you know, that like that's their kind of focus for it. And from my experience, it feels really, really great. The systems that they're using. All right, so we should be good here. Yeah, traders. if you're on standard zone, you're never gonna be like, damn man, I really hope this fucking we get a food trader to show up on the map. Like I've had moments in our lethal playthroughs where we're sitting there like, dude, man, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find more materials because we got that, you know, well, that's usually caused by curveballs, but you know where that base curveball happens and I need to find 3 rucks, but I've already looted 90% of the map. You know what I mean? It creates a lot of tension loot-wise where you're sitting there trying to figure, even this last Plague Origins playthrough we just did, we were struggling with some resources, you know? Oh, I did forget the Plague Busters. Thank you for reminding me. I would have been super annoyed. But yeah, I do agree where I think Lethal Zone is a good difficulty because it forces you to interact with other parts of the game that you generally wouldn't. But I think Nightmare Zone also kind of scratches that itch a little bit. There's definitely a lot more loot on a Nightmare Zone map.
Somebody take care of some infestations or we're toast.
Because I think what Zero told me was a Nightmare Zone map loot is reduced by 40%. So the map's total loot is reduced by 40% on Nightmare Zone. And I think on Dread Zone, it was like 20% or something like that. Standard Zone is you have 100% of the loot. Green Zone, you actually get more loot than 100%. So you could go into a building and find multiple rucksacks. But yeah, I think Dread Zone was like 20%. I think Nightmare Zone was 40%. And Lethal Zone is 60% less loot. Like they minus 60% of the loot out of the map. So it's, you know, it's a pretty big difference between Lethal and Standard, you know? Well, Ted, the thing about collecting guns and stuff like that is I have a playthrough that my main community, and you can still get great guns on Lethal Zone, dude. The only thing is you might not be able to do it all in one map, but if you really truly care about a long-term playthrough and you're trying to collect every gun, I'll show you guys once we're done with this. I'll show you guys my forever community, and kind of like what I do is you just hop around maps, dude. Yeah, you map hop.
That's my last one.
Got it.
I'll be damned. The last wall is down.
Excellent work. I knew I was correct to have faith in
So
you.
pay attention to this. This is really confusing,
Seems like
guys.
the coast is clear.
So
Hold
this,
on. What the hell is that thing? Doc, I think you better get down here and take a look at this.
so this was at the
Don't
heart.
touch anything. I'll be right there.
We won. We saved Trumbull. We found ways to turn the tide in our war against the Blood Plague. But in that moment of triumph, we had no idea how the box we opened that day would change our world forever.
Cleo relay.
Update.
Update received. Haven protocols are now enabled. Your cooperation in this experiment has been noted.
Okay. So somebody said, so that was a Haven device, guys. Okay. Now I get it. I didn't get it until right now. Actually, so that was the Haven protocol. So you actually get to figure out the Haven protocol. That's a whole quest line in the Trumbull map. As you guys know, the Haven device was designed to like pop the zombies' heads. Like it auto kills them. It has some kind of frequency in it that's designed to kill the zombies. And obviously Blood Plague, it's an adapting virus, a hive mind type of thing. And it must have somehow deemed and realized that Haven device was going to be problems. And it kind of looks like it, somebody said it before, like it was almost hiding it. It was trying to take over it so nobody else could get to it, because it knew it was going to be a threat, which is kind of weird. Nah, that's dope. Alex, thank you so damn much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. So I'll show you guys right now my forever community, because we just finished Heartland. Let me see here. Manage. 98 days survived. Why is my community on Providence Ridge? Okay.
Hey neighbors, we're what's left of the old hospital staff. We have medical skills to trade, if you're interested.
So this is my forever community, guys. Like a lot of these characters I've had around for a very long time. Lily was one of the characters from my new player guide that I made for you guys. She was one of the main characters from that. It's really, obviously all these characters are pretty much all maxed out. Shandi was one of the OGs from that same community. She was also dope. He was the red talon that we ended up getting, our combat medic. Yeah, Bachelor. And then we got Vinny. She was a newer in addition here. We ended up getting her. She had some really, really good skills. So I ended up pulling her. She had a health skill and an incredible immune system, really hard to get. And all of these characters were legit. No mods, no community editor, nothing like that. These are all just legit characters. This was the other red talon that I got. I think this is the one that I ended up getting from our homecoming update, the demolition dude. And then Liz here is the Blood Plague survivor. Yeah, I ended up getting her. She was super dope. Brought her into the community. And then we had our gut packing red talon. Then I have a hacking red talon. And then this is actually my favorite character in my whole entire community. Emily here. She was from the OG playthrough too of my new player guide. Emily has been my OG character. The GOAT. And she actually isn't maxed out right now because I ended up changing her wit skill. I forgot what I had her wit skill at before, but I wanted her to have stealth, so I ended up using a skill book and retraining her.
We'd be able to do more around here if we had water access.
But I'll show you guys the locker.
You know, so far we've gotten by just looking out for ourselves. But check this out. What if we started working more closely with our neighbors, like sharing and trading and stuff? If we all pull together, we might actually turn this into something like a real town again. Yeah, so melee weapons, generally how I have my locker set up, guys, is I usually only keep about one of each weapon. So we did a playthrough with this community. That's why it's kind of the locker's a little dinked up right now. But stuff like this, yeah, I generally only have one of each weapon in the locker because I like want to collect. Some of the special weapons like these, I'll keep more than one of. But yeah, as you guys can see, I have almost every single melee weapon in the game. Get rid of that cuckoo. Couple magic wands. Any of you guys got magic wands? I got some mono gears, mower, noodle knife. replica swords, red talon extermination blades, sweet skull, wyvern, really cool sword. I actually had her equipped with wyvern for a while. But yeah, you guys can see I got a lot of melee weapons. Lots of sledgehammers, because obviously we beat plague hearts with those. And then for guns, so as you guys can see, I got a decent bit of ammo. Not as much as I probably should have, but we do have a decent bit. Some guys, what they do is you'll see guys with their lockers crammed with ammo. But what they do is they'll generally go to a lower difficulty and then just pump out a ridiculous amount of ammo, and then they'll switch back over to a higher difficulty, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that by any means. There's really nothing wrong with doing that. That's how you want to do your thing, and do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't do that because I want it to be like a true like lethal community. But yeah, as you guys can see here, I do the same thing with guns. I try to collect one of every gun. Some guns I'll have more than one of. But yeah, as you guys can see, I got a lot of guns. Yeah. But that's like my goal, you know, for this community. I was like, I want to collect every gun in the game, you know. I want to collect every melee weapon.
Really get used to feeling like shit's going our way.
And how I do it is when I hit a map and I loot the whole map, what I would do was I'd kill all the plague hearts. We would loot the map. I'd try to get I would try to get as many of new weapons that I don't have, and then you know as soon as I strip that map, I would just move on to another one. Well, Cletus, you probably, I mean, you got to think, dude. I've probably scrapped 10,000 guns, dude. So when you say your collection makes mine look like, you probably just have a bunch of the same guns, where I have a vast variety. I think the last time I checked, so as you guys can see, the list just keeps going too. Like I got a lot of guns. Yeah, like I have a lot of guns. I think I was missing like seven or 8 guns. I even have like the Clio. Well, you can't have that many more than me because I'm only missing like 7 guns. One of them that I'm missing on this community, we found it in, what playthrough was that? You know the 6-round grenade launcher, guys? It's got like the round tube. That grenade launcher I've never found. The SVD I still don't have on this community. Did I end up getting the SVD on this community? No, we don't have it. I ended up getting it on a different community. And then I think I deleted that community. I don't remember. Yo, this gun used to be so good, guys. The MCX Osprey RT. This gun, when it first dropped, it had a 60-round mag. Yeah, it had a 60-round mag. And then they nerfed it. Yeah. I had a couple of them. Really, really dope gun back in the day. Yeah, so that grenade launcher's...
Yes, I'm still here. As always, I'm reaching out to all my brothers and sisters out
I do got an
there
AA-12.
to stay alive. I know we've all suffered since the Army pulled the great adios. But if we get stuck in the past, we got no future. I'm not telling you to forget the people we've lost along the way. Instead, you've got to use that and keep the faith, no matter what.
He certainly has a lot of opinions to share, doesn't he?
Somebody asked what base I'm at. This is the fire station in Providence Ridge. Yeah. We did a playthrough on this map. I think it was my lethal. I forgot what the hell we were doing on this map, but yeah, I did a playthrough, and then I ended up killing all the rest of the plague hearts, and then we kind of ended the playthrough. But I don't think I hit any of the rare weapon cases, because I don't know exactly where they are. But as you guys can see, there's still plenty of resources out on the map that we just haven't mopped up yet. But I did wipe the blood plague out of this map, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a pretty good base if you're playing without boons. Because it has built-in, it comes with built-in power and utilities. So it has a utility room here where you can actually, you get power and you get water. So this is one of my favorite bases. And then it even has a white noise generator, which reduces noise, but noise doesn't really matter as much with the new system. But yeah, I got a trade depot but yeah, they got the utility room in here. So even without the boon, I get base power and water all in one slot, which is super, super good. You don't have to waste an outpost having power and then outpost having water. You don't have to do any of that, which is really nice in my opinion. Yeah, it's got the freaking it's got the gym here, which you can obviously use to improve your survivors, and it gives you plus 20% or plus 20 health. And then I think when so you get plus 30 max health. That's why if you look at her health, it's fucking damn near wrapping around the mini map there. Because yeah, I think her health's like 250, almost 250. Yeah, she's pretty stacked, and that's not even me. That's not even me going to like my infirmary and like trying to like, because you can go here and where is it? And you can like boost injury resistance. You can even activate primary care. So I have primary care active. Yeah, I was like wondering why her health was so high. So you activate primary care there. You get this is the like top tier primary care. So I get plague resistance. Plus I have a bunch of other resistance in my community. So my survivors are very, very tanky and on lethal zone and very immune to blood plague. I don't remember what vehicles I had. So I gotta
stay away from that bloater.
Yeah, we got the wizard van here. Does playing a SOD2 run through while testing State of Decay 3 help you get a better feel for the combat mechanics? I mean, not necessarily like at the same time. Like it doesn't really matter. But yes, it is nice to be able to compare them. The problem I'm having going from State of Decay 2 to State of Decay 3 is State of Decay 3 has super ruined State of Decay 2 for me in a lot of ways. State of Decay 2 is a great game, don't get me wrong, but when you play the third one and then you come back and you play the second one, it is a dramatic difference. Like,
uh-oh, that's a blood feral.
3 of them? Yep, so we got triple feral down there, which we do not want to fuck with. Not on my favorite survivor. So what gives you the ability to have 7th outpost? I actually put a video out on my channel. What you need obviously to max out your computers, which gives you 6, but then you get a hacking red talon, and that gives you your 8th or your 7th. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good horde. Good job. Wow, what the fuck? That is an absurd amount of zombies.
Need to finish it.
Hello there. Shall we discuss the proposal I have? In person would be best.
Holy fuck, that's a horde, dude.
I need to stop.
yo, that was the most zombies I think I've ever seen in an unmodded game, dude. That was crazy, bro. That was a lot of zombies, dude. Yeah. Shit.
Please tell me this isn't true.
Mutated
On the
zombies.
plus side, we do get to live in interesting times now.
Yeah. I mean, that was interesting. Yo, Travis, thank you so much for the 5, dude. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, she's got a lot of health, man. Yeah, well, that's the type of things that you can do with forever communities. Like when you've played so much and you've just gone from map to map to map, you've really fine-tuned all your survivors.
Out of all the amendments, I never expected it'd be the second that saved my ass.
But yeah, that's... No, I purposely made sure I cleared the I like to clear the hearts. That way I don't have to worry about anything like with the forever community. Just clear all the play cards. That way I can go around and kind of just loot and not have to worry about freaking infestations and all that crap. But yeah, so that's my forever community, guys. I feel like we gotta... Oh, I gotta remember... I gotta go back and see what playthrough we did when I used this group. I think it was in 2024 when I did this playthrough. But yeah, there she is. Let's so one thing I wanted to do though. How was it? Military shooter you played? Oh, you talking about Gray Zone? That shit was dope. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Do I avoid the final mission? Yeah. We just don't do... I just don't legacy. I just keep playing. When I want to move maps, like if I want a different scenery or if I just want fresh loot, that's when I'll just go to a map exit and you just move. Yeah, you just move. And now with the new change on a forever community, you can actually pick what base you want to go to. But you got to reset up your outposts and rebuild your facilities and things like that, obviously, when you touch ground. And then, obviously, you got to worry about play cards and stuff like that. But yeah, once you're settled in, I generally try to just kill the play cards as fast as I can with a forever community. Generally, if you don't have... It wasn't that big of a deal back before curveballs, but once they introduced the curveball system, that kind of slowed things and complicated. So generally, depending on what I'm doing, like if I'm just playing with my regular... forever community, I won't even use curveballs unless I want to do like a legitimate playthrough with them, because the curveballs can be kind of annoying and quite unbalanced. What is my favorite map? Originally my favorite map was Cascade Hills, mainly because I felt like it had it felt like the map was more versatile. I felt like it had more urban areas, especially like the center town there in the middle of Cascade. I just felt like, yeah, ultimately Cascade was like the best. And then Trumbull Valley obviously came out for the SOD2, and I love Trumbull because you got the big downtown Marshall, which is a pretty big town, you know what I mean? And then you had Spencer's Mill, you had Fairfield, like there was a bunch of towns spread out with the farmland and stuff. It was very, very good. So let me actually test my, let's see. So generally what this is my usual setup: Cleo heavy sniper, Cleo mace, and deployable minefields. And the reason why I roll with that is because...
Hey, listen up.
I'll show you guys here right now.
Try not to die down there, okay?
So what I usually do is I'll come in here, you grab these.
So here's the deal.
Grab
I have
this.
to wake up this relay and connect it to the Clio satellite network. But that takes a while, and the signal sounds like an air horn.
This is the gun I actually like to use, though.
And you need us to protect you from the zombies that'll be showing up.
That's right. If the Zeds get me, this whole mission is fucked. You have a little time before trouble arrives. I suggest you gear up and finish building that barricade. Let me know when you're ready.
Right. So, is it possible to beat Daybreak? I actually put a video on it, Teddy.
Fire in the hole!
There we go. So we got our mindset. Probably should have put them down a little further. It was kind of bad placement, but it is what it is.
I'm all set here. Ready? Okay, I'm waking up the relay now. Here we go.
So one of the mistakes that people
Everybody
make
hear that?
is when they do
Places,
Daybreak,
people.
they try to
Zombies will be here
defend
soon.
from inside here.
I'll keep you posted on major events from up here. Good
You
luck.
can't do that.
All right, so wait. That's a good start.
Okay. It's about to get real crowded.
Wave
down
5
there.
is the hardest.
Try to stay alive.
Cletus, wave
I know
5
we
is
can
the
do
hardest.
this. Everyone get ready.
That's probably where I'll get stuck right now.
I see some Zeds.
We got one of them stinky fuckers coming your way.
One of the good things about Daybreak that I would tell you guys is if you want to get better at the game, just boot up a Daybreak, because what ends up happening is it's just free characters and you could practice learning how to fight.
Like we have a brother here. Can't do it. Bloater. I better shoot it before it gets close.
I see a barrel coming in. Careful. They can climb over walls.
Damn, that thing's fast.
Don't you quit on me now, you hear me?
Bloater, watch your shots.
Seems like you're through the worst of it. At least for now.
Not bad at all.
But yeah, the shotgun is definitely one of the better guns in this game mode because you ain't got to worry about noise.
Enough juice to call
So
home
you just go off with the
This is where the real
shotty.
shit starts.
And it's not even for that wave
When the
here.
relay draws
The,
power, I can download blueprints directly from Clio. I'm talking serious high-tech shit. Stuff that will help save lives out here. Now, when the relay is fully charged, it goes into defensive mode. At which point, we can bug out.
I suppose we can hold out a bit longer.
starting from wave 2, you start to get hit with a lot of armored zombies. And in my guide for Daybreak, that's kind of what I showed you guys, is you want to use the shotty because it insta knocks down the armored, and you can just execute them really quick without having to worry about sitting there like doing a bit of this or trying to like dodge behind them, and it just kind of speeds it up.
More Zeds on the way. I hope you're ready for 'em.
Yeah, because
Everyone,
starting from
take
this
your
wave,
positions and prepare to fight.
you start getting hit with tons of armored guys.
I got eyes on a barrel. I bet that fucker can climb walls, no problem.
Catch my breath. Definitely be her friend. I'm exhausted.
Take a lot of wall damage here.
Something just landed in your area. I'm reading multiple Cleo radio signals.
Oh yeah, she's sending equipment to help us. Like I said, we're best friends.
Somebody go grab whatever she sent us.
Shoddy. Burned through a lot of shoddy ammo there. I used to be so much better at this. I wouldn't even have shot as much as I did. Yeah, right there. That's good. Drop this. Don't need that.
Sometimes I think this is the worst job in the world. But then I turn around and see what you have to deal with. Call it a tie?
That was decent.
I hope you're done fucking around, because this next wave looks pretty big.
Yeah, this might take longer than I thought. Don't you leave me.
Usually, I usually lose a wall around, I think it's wave 5. I usually lose a wall. I might lose one this wave, really.
Guys. Time to reload. Time to reload. reload. Fire in the hole!
I went real far. You know what? That's what I'm... So Jug comes, you just quickly switch to your blast rifle.
It's a juggernaut.
Really surprised we didn't lose a wall right there.
That should hold them back for a bit.
There's another batch of Cleo drops waiting for you down there.
I need a wall repair kit for that.
Smoke grenades.
Just a heads up. We've been seeing some weird shit out here lately. Like the blood plague is working overtime to upgrade these fuckers. So just be ready for it is what I'm saying. Got that? Don't quit, do they? You folks better get ready.
I'm still gonna need more time, so hold them off, okay?
Understood. You do your job, we'll do ours.
Hey, I got eyes on a bloater down there.
Hold them back, damn it! It's a juggernaut.
Oh, come on, no. Oh.
Got one.
Somebody better fix that wall before it comes down.
Can't let them overrun our position.
Do me dirty,
Keep
bro.
that barricade back up, soldier.
Had to do me dirty, bro.
I got eyes on a barrel. I bet that fucker can climb walls, no problem. If that computer geek dies, this mission is fucked.
I should reload.
I don't know what happened. My game like glitched out, like froze.
I can't keep this up. Exhausted.
There's a juggernaut inbound, and he's dripping with the blood plague. Keep your distance.
Well, that's the last of them.
That's one more airstrike from our pal Cleo.
Thanks for the save.
Ooh, shit, that was bad, dude. That wasn't even the worst round.
There's another
But Travis, thank you so much for the gifted, bro. Seriously, dude. Before we go out, I just want to make sure everything's good. Not clear. This solo Daybreak is not easy, bro. Yeah, by yourself.
Almost out of those.
It is not easy. Rank 5 is the hardest one, in my opinion, to get through.
Down to the last one. Fire in the hole!
Fuck. Did not want to throw that.
You think that Cleo is named after somebody's mom? That's my guess.
Not as much shoddy as I would hope for. So the main issue is most of my mines got engaged on that last round. So if we get a breach this round, we're not going to really have much to defend.
Sorry to interrupt your little tea party, but you got Zeds inbound.
As long as I'm getting data, we have to stay put.
Finally. I was almost getting bored here.
Hey, I got eyes on a bloater down there.
Fucking shredded that wall so fast. There's only 4. How the fuck did they shred that wall so fast?
I need a wall repair kit for that. Where should I put this? Won't work. It's a juggernaut.
Well, so much for that fucking barricade.
Out of those. Time to reload. space.
I got eyes on multiple freaks headed your way.
It's a juggernaut.
Well, so much for that fucking barricade.
Who's the hunter now, huh?
I got sand on me!
Station reload.
I see somebody down there holding a drink.
That's another download.
Reloading.
That's some bullshit, dude. That was some bullshit.
Cleo just dropped off a few more prisons for you folks.
Feeling real low there.
Fine, I got some mines though. So that's usually what helps is on round 6, going into round 6, you get another batch of the mines, so you can top off the inside to help you out a bit. Oh, no, definitely need those. Shit. Need shoddy shells. We are having no fucking luck on shoddy shells right now. Come on, dude. Seriously? If you're gonna give me all this fucking Cleo ammo, give me a Cleo gun.
As long as the nerd stays alive, you're doing your job.
Cleo battle rifle or some. Fuck you.
Where should I put this?
This sucks. We're gonna lose. That's a big L.
Zeds are inbound. Take your positions.
I can't leave just yet. Hold off the Zeds, all right?
Hey, I got eyes on a floater down there.
I'm not gonna lie. We have a truckload of zombies coming in. That's all of that. You are so tough!
Hey, you're about to lose a barricade.
Reload.
You got a barricade down. The Zeds just took down a wall. You gotta repair that wall pronto.
Time to reload.
I'm almost
Down
out
to
of
the last
fucking ammo,
magazine
dude.
here.
I don't know why they didn't. Usually you get a Clio SMG or a battle rifle. That was it. She got her gummy flick. You had one goddamn job. You had one goddamn job. I wonder how much, oh God. I wonder how much prestige we got. Fair bit. Close to 700. Yeah, over 700. And then we should get bonus prestige because I've already unlocked everything. So we got almost 1,000 on that run, which is pretty solid, which means you would only have to do that like 2 more times and you would get access. Except my short collab with texture. Chat, my wife's about to post. She was making fun of me, guys. She was making fun of me because of this of my invention. So if you guys don't know, in the big front of my house, I got a crazy steep hill that I can't ride my zero turn down, or I'll die. And I tried a new invention today, and I thought it was genius. It's posted. Post a link in the chat right now so people can watch it. What I want you guys to do is I want you to click on this video and tell me if my idea was genius, chat. This is real life. You just gotta wait for the wife to post the link. There's a link right there. So check it out, guys. I'm gonna click it myself. I want
to go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go. Woo! Great job. Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go. Woo! Great job. Go, Kylie.
genius. Yo, that hill, chat. That hill, dude. Like, could you imagine trying to like walk up and down there with the, and I couldn't even get the, lawnmower up there. It was, whew, that shit was rough, guys. But it had elasticity. I was able to like pull it up and down, guys. It was so nice. I thought it was great. She said, she was like, that, you're so redneck. And I'm like, no, that's just human ingenuity at its best. You know what I mean, guys? It was human ingenuity. I mean, you know what's funny, babe? Literally not even 2 minutes after you left, there was a guy who drove by. It was like it was two guys in a pickup truck, but you could tell they do like lawns, and they had like a trailer on the back of their truck with a bunch of lawnmowers in it. And they like drove by, and the guy's like saying something as he's driving by. And I'm like, don't hate, bro. Don't be a hater. What do you mean that is redneck? Check out. All right, hold on. Chat, let me see the W's in the chat if y'all would classify that as redneck. I'd classify that as genius, okay? Yo, laid back, thank you so much for the 5, dude. For the eventual foot replacement fund. I thought it was genius. Julie said, I can hear your neighbors from here. Yeah, the Gray Zone's just doing missions. Yeah, it's mainly just doing missions. Yeah, it worked though. It worked because I tried like pushing the mower down and then coming back up. I literally it's steep, guys. Even that video didn't do it justice on like how steep that hill is. Yo, it is steep. And after you go down it like up like a couple, you're just like, nope. Like this shit is way too steep. And yeah, I was not feeling it. So then I had to come up with a strat, you know, and that worked out good. It worked out good. You should be able to pin it too, babe. I think you could pin messages. Can you right click pin? Or click on the 3 dots and pin? I thought moderators could pin messages. That's weird. I'm telling you guys, it worked good. My kids weren't home. Yeah, and guys, I'm telling you, like physically, the only one of my kids that could do it would be my oldest. But yeah, he wasn't home. And it had to get done. So my daughter's 7. Like the lawnmower weighs more than she does, and my middle son, he's barely bigger than her. He would definitely physically, I was struggling like initially, but like before I had the awesome idea, I was fucking struggling. Yo, that's what I'm saying. The hill doesn't even seem that steep in that video. It's so wild because that shit is like, it's fucking steep. It's so steep you can't drive a 0 turn down it or you'll die. Yeah, I went down it on my 0 turn at one point, and the wheels, like, because obviously you can't steer a 0 turn from the front, and it just kicked out and started sliding and spinning and shit. Yeah, it's real steep. But yeah, that video doesn't even do the hill justice on how freaking steep that shit is. Yeah, you can't run up it. You can barely walk down it. It's a super, super steep hill. If that didn't work, I was going to just weed whack it. Like I was just going to go and like hit it with the weed whacker. But even then I would have still had to like walk on the incline, which would have sucked. But that was the plan initially. That was going to be the backup plan, but Hold on, let me get this set up too.
Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go. Woo! Great job. Go, Kylie, go.
Some RM43 total vegetation control. You won't have to mow it for a year. Bro, that sounds like some shit that's gonna kill all the wildlife in the area. I freak out mowing at extreme angles. Now, see, Cletus, the thing is if I had enough runway, so if it right next to where I was mowing right there, like right next to where I was mowing, I was going down the hill, but there's a huge, like as soon as the hill crests and it evens out, there's a lot of area. So I was able to just fucking YOLO it with the zero turn. You just hit full speed and don't try to like slow down. Cause the second you try to slow down, the wheels do weird stuff and you start to slide. But if you just hammer that bitch forward and just go, it's not a big deal. But the problem is when you want to stop. So I tried on one part. I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just see if I could do it. So I went and man, I was hauling ass like down a hill. But then when I got to the part, there wasn't enough area for me to slow down. So then I almost ended up in the road. Like literally I stopped right short of the road. I almost like went clean into that motherfucker. So yeah, and right at the bottom of where I was cutting the grass right there was a big ass tree. So if I would have went down on the zero turn, I would have fucking hit that tree at like 20 on a fucking mower. So I was just like, that's why that one section I had to do. But yeah, the other part of the hill, I was just YOLOing down that bitch with the zero turn, just fucking just go. It works, but you need some runway when you get to the bottom of the hill to kind of slow down. Because if not, go down at an angle and lean your weight counter. I don't even know what that means, Henry. I noticed if I started going up at an angle, I was actually able, because if I tried to go straight up, the damn zero turn literally wants to fucking tip backwards. And that almost happened to me today. But then I noticed if I go up at an angle, it doesn't fucking want to tip backwards. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we told that. Yeah, we had a kid, like a family that was coming here to freaking mow the lawn before, and they were not charging us that much either. It was really, really good deal. But their son was on a ride on, and he got on that hill and he fucking rolled the damn lawnmower on top of himself and the lawnmower cut his head open. And they had to like bring him to the hospital. They were like, the mom is like apologizing to us, like, oh, we're so sorry, but we kind of got to bring him to the hospital. And his fucking head's like cut open. It was wild, like absolutely wild. Oh, man, mowing sideways. Yeah, see, I don't even fuck with mowing sideways, dude. I just go up and down. Just go all the way down, dude. But I might try that next time, Henry, go down at like an angle. The only problem with the zero turn is when you're going down at an angle, it wants to slide like sideways. Compared to going straight down, it just goes. But yeah, anytime I'm like at any kind of an angle, it like wants to slide on that wheel. And then I just put a bunch of wheel skid marks into the fucking lawn. They're all over the place. That was rough. Rough. I don't know how many stitches you got. We never seen him again because like after that, like we were like, oh, this is just kind of like too much lawn for this family to do. Yeah, we ended up trying to find somebody else. Now I just do it myself. I got the whole property done for the most part. It took me, I did like the weed whacking and everything, but yeah, the kids were sliding down it when it snows a little bit. It's a big hill. Have I played Jovi? I've been playing the State of Decay Alpha. You talking about State of Decay 3? I've been doing the Alpha. I've been playing that Alpha for like a year now. But for the past 2 weeks, I've been playing it every single day, probably 4 to 6 hours every day for the past 2 weeks. And tonight, I actually won't be doing another stream, guys, after this. That's kind of why we're just sitting here chilling for a sec. I will be releasing a video, though, that I got. I think you guys will. Some of you guys might not give a shit about it, but I did make a video that I'm going to raid into right after we're done streaming here. How big's the property? I mean, the property the house is on is 2 acres. And then there's like another acre across the street, but that acre sucks because it's just woods. Like it's just trees and a ravine. Can't do anything with the land. Yeah, so Glock, so we bought the zero turn because we thought like, oh, zero turns, they're like the better mowers. No. And then I found out that normal, like, mowers with the engine in the front are actually the best for hills because you can steer. You know what I mean? So when you're going down the hill where the zero turn doesn't have, it just has those weighted wheels in the front. So you can't steer and you only have 2 wheels. But it was too late. I already bought this fucking zero turn and I got a good deal on it. But yeah, I contemplated selling my zero turn at some point and trying to just buy a regular ride on. Because those, yeah, you can mow much easier at angles with those fucking things on hills. You can go up and down hills much easier. You can go up hills very easy with them compared to the zero turn because it's got a lot of weight in the front. So I have been thinking about getting rid of the zero turn and trying to buy a regular mower, like a regular to ride on. But yeah, we thought the zero turn was like the best of the best, because that's kind of how they market them. Like, they're very, very different. Like, I guess zero turns are very good for like very flat, big areas. Not so much my yard. Yo, Jacob, you in upstate New York, bro? But is there a big difference between State of Decay 2 and State of Decay 3? Oh, yeah, Joby. I mean, I could speak in very broad terms about State of Decay 3. I can't give you guys any details. But yes, State of Decay 2 and State of Decay 3 are very different games. Not in the way of like the games being stated, because when I say that, some people are like, oh, like, did they change it? Like, State of Decay 3 it's a State of Decay 3 game. Or it's a State of Decay game. There's no doubt about it. Because I know some people were worried that it was going to kind of be like an identity crisis type of deal. But no, it is 100% a State of Decay game. In a way, it shares similarities with 1 and 2. Like, it shares a lot of similarities between those games. But then it does its own thing, which is very, very unique, which I think a lot of people are going to enjoy when they get into the game. It's very much its own thing, and it plays a bit different because of the newness. But yeah, it is they're quite different games. I wouldn't be able to tell you the file size because you got to remember I'm playing like an alpha. So the file size that I download on Steam could be nowhere near what it's going to actually be when the game releases. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't even have all the stuff in it at times. Sometimes we're only testing parts of the game. Like when you guys get in, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, I can't really say any, but yeah, like for those guys testing the alpha, you'll know exactly what I mean when you get in to the alpha. You're going to be like, oh, what the hell is this? But then you'll understand. But yeah, it's like, it's not always a complete game what we're testing. Like we're testing, you know what I mean? Mower sponsorship when, right, dude? Yeah, the thing is man, I know Undead Labs is like they didn't expect as many people that sign up guys. Like the amount of people that signed up for that alpha, it's wild. It's exciting because it shows that there is like, you know, there's a lot of hype for the game. There's a lot of people who are really, really excited to play this damn game. I could not believe the signups, man. When I heard the number, I was like, damn, that's crazy. So, Undead Labs did not expect that either, obviously. So this first playtest, I know it's going to be a lot smaller because they're mainly testing multiplayer and they have a limited amount of servers that they're testing. So, but I think once they get into like more single player focused, which I think a lot of you guys would probably enjoy the single player focused ones anyways, where you can kind of take your time with the game and, you know, not have to worry about multiplayer and other people, where you can kind of just sit back, play the game at your own pace, experience and explore the things you want to experience and explore. I think a lot of you guys will probably prefer the single player play test anyways. So yeah, once they do more alpha tests, I'm pretty sure that pool of people is going to open up. But I also said, if you don't get selected for the alpha, like, don't give up hope, guys, because we need like that group is not just for the alpha. Like, all of you guys who signed up, your brains are going to be picked about a lot of stuff. Like, I wouldn't be like, I know they're talking about just like including the group, asking questions, feedback. Like, say something comes up, they might just ask the group, like everybody who's there in the Discord, like, hey, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? And you'll be able to give feedback and stuff like that. So, yeah, make sure you guys are still engaged with that Discord, paying attention. Even if you don't get in the first alpha, there's going to be more playtests this year, including the beta, which you guys should be excited for. That's later on in the year, Philip was talking about. So, yeah. Don't sweat it too much. Obviously, it's easy for me to say because I'm fucking playing the game, and I go, oh, it's easy for you to say, but like, you know what I mean? So I get the frustration, trust me. But yeah, it's just kind of like, I just don't want you guys getting down in the dumps thinking like, oh, I didn't get picked, like I'm screwed. Like, no, there will be more opportunities for sure. And I'm pretty sure the beta is going to be very big. Yeah, that will probably be a very big thing. Most betas are like open, like you can just like download it on Steam. Depends on if it's an open or closed beta. I have no clue whether they're going to do an open or closed beta, but generally, you look at like Arc Raiders betas, like Battlefield 6 beta, Call of Duty betas, like all those betas, you literally just like jump in. Pretty much anybody has a chance to play those. So, and the good thing is, by the time betas come out, like my NDA should be very light. I should be able to talk about a lot of stuff once you get into beta, because then the game's kind of really, really public. So come around like the beta time frame is when we'll really start seeing a lot of information for the game just pour out. I think it'll be really good for the community. A lot of you guys will be able to start giving feedback, and I'm doing good. But yeah, let me finish getting this set up here, guys. This video is this. They build a State of Decay 3 statue of me in the middle of the map. I don't know if you can answer this, but will they announce anything for State of Decay 3 on June 7th for the Xbox showcase? I have no clue. Honestly, Jovi, I was super surprised that they announced the alpha when they did, because I expected that to come out in June. So now that we've already got stuff, I don't know if we're going to get more come June. We'll have to see. It's literally in like a month. So, but yeah, it's one of those situations where they, I didn't even expect them to kind of go public with what they did. I'm like, dude, I thought you would have for sure held off and saved that for like June, but who knows? You know, there's a chance we could see something for sure, but I don't personally know. For the beta, do you think you'd be able to stream? It depends, Scylla. If it's an open beta, well, generally, if it's an open beta, you can make content on it because there's no NDAs for an open beta. It's complete public. So I would be able to stream an open beta, yes. If it's a closed beta, I could still potentially stream it. Because generally, though, closed betas aren't NDA protected, they're just limited on who they let in. Like, they don't just let in anybody. They have to kind of cut it off somewhere. So if it's a closed beta, there's still a good chance I would be able to make content around the closed beta too. But if either is NDA protected, then I wouldn't be able to. But generally, betas aren't NDA protected, so. Are there any general broad design aspects you prefer in State of Decay 2, like base design, movement? No, not a single one. Yeah, there's not there. I spoke about this before. There's not a single feature that I can think of offhand. There's not a single feature in State of Decay 3 that I thought was better in State of Decay 2. Not a single feature. I think State of Decay 3 is superior in every single way. Alex, again, hey, thank you so much for all the love you showed tonight. You get that good sleep, all right? It is super, super rough because I was playing State of Decay 3 before I started streaming this. And I told you guys, dude, it is rough, man. It is super hard to go from playing that to back to playing this. It's fucking rough, dude. Yeah. And it's not rough. I love State of Decay 2. It's a great game, but it's like once you get used to all the stuff in 3, and like just how the game plays in general, it's just like, I don't know, State of Decay 2 feels kind of basic. Have they said anything about the spec requirements by chance? So I can't publicly disclose that, Bragg. I'm pretty sure that's still not 100%. I know what the system requirements are for the test, obviously, because to be testers, we had to kind of say, hey, this is our setup. So they make sure that we meet the the minimum requirements to be able to play the game. My computer obviously can play the game, no problem. I've had no, put it this way, the game runs very, very well. And I know people who are in the playtest, which are, so take this with a grain of salt, guys. There's people in the playtest that have not great computers, like are barely meeting the minimum requirements. And playtest, like early alpha, the game is not optimized, like at all. Like optimization is something they do, like they do it as they go, but that's something they fine tune as the game gets closer and closer to release. So right now the game runs great. And like there's guys with really not great computers who are still able to play the game, no problem. So, I think it's optimized quite well. It's for my machine. It runs smooth as I'm running max everything. Game is beautiful. It's fucking gorgeous. And yeah, I'm rocking max settings. And yeah, it runs super smooth. But again, it's really hard because my computer is fucking a monster. So. But yeah, it runs really good. Yeah, I was really, really surprised. Okay, let me see. I got a couple minutes. This is going to be going live here in a minute, guys. I got that video for you guys. But yeah, if you guys want to show love and support, you know, when this video goes up, guys, just go over, smash a like. The end of the video was a very, very emotional moment for me. One of the saddest things I've experienced in gaming in a really long time. Some of y'all probably watched it live, but I went ahead. We got a little bit of edited video for you guys. So that's what I'll be doing next. That obviously I'm not doing another stream after this. I'm actually going to be getting off, and then I'll probably be playing some State of Decay. I don't have too long with this playtest left, guys, and I got quite a few more things I want to test, but. Am I playing or testing? Yeah, 100% testing. I got a lot of notes here that I've been taking. I got something that a big thing of that I need to actually go and test that. I got to do it between tonight and tomorrow. So that's going to be not super fun. But it's a mix of both. You know what I mean? Like this play test that I'm doing currently is probably the closest to playing the game I've done, like where I just get to sit back and play the game. Kind of like I would on stream. Like that's how we're playing it this time. But then I also have to like stop and legitimately test stuff. You know what I mean? So it's one of those situations where testing isn't always fun. Because, you know what I mean? If there's something if they're like, hey, I need you guys to go see how this acts, you might not want to do that. It might not be something you're really interested in, but you got to go. You got to test it. You got to, okay, well, they changed this. Now I got to go see how this system feels. It's really not something I really want to mess with, but you got to do it. And you got to test it. You got to try to break it. You got to see how it feels. You got to literally dig in super deep. And sometimes you're just like, bro, I don't really want to engage. I just kind of want to play the game, bro. But that's why I was trying to tell you guys, if you do get into the play test, like take it serious, because it's all about, it is about testing before playing. But all right, guys, we're gonna end here. I got my video up right now. So, Hopefully you guys go over there, smash that like button, drop some comments on the video and on the stream. Let me know what you guys thought. And yeah, I love you guys. I really appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow, probably with some windrows and I don't know what else yet. But yeah, I love you guys and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.